Welcome back to another live feed on Shopping Street Channel. Let's get into it. Um, 50 most dynamic duos in sports history: baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. We're gonna continue with the countdown. We're gonna look at Elgin Baylor, Jerry West. This was a dynamic duo. The only thing is they didn't win that many championships because they had to deal with the Russell Celtics, great Bill Russell Celtics teams. Those great players that they had. Bob Cousy, John Havlicek, guys like that, Tommy Heinsohn. They couldn't get past those guys. No matter how dynamic these two guys were. And Elgin Baylor and Jerry West, they had won 5 Western Division titles, 7 NBA Finals appearances. They made two, and from 1961 to 1970, they were the most explosive 1-2 scoring punch in basketball history at that time. But the Lakers had some success. George Mikan, when he was doing this thing in the pivot, the Lakers, when he was in Minnesota, dominated the league during the formative years of the league. And they won 4 out of 5 possible championships from 1950 to 1954. However, when Mikan retired, they had a losing record the next 2 seasons, including the 1953 mark. And they improved 33 and 39 once they got Elgin Baylor on the team. He was brilliant. He was just a transformative player. Very influential in how he played the game. His mid-range game, the high wire act, his ability to, his hang time. That's what made him great. Averaged 24.9 points a game in his first year. Third in rebounding, averaging 15 rebounds. Boston swept Minneapolis in the NBA Finals. They averaged 25.5 points a game and 12 rebounds per game during his first postseason. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Lakers finished a disappointing 25-50. The following year, Baylor continues to establish himself as one of the league's premier players, placing in the top 5 in scoring and rebounding once again. Averages of 29.6 points a game, 16.4 rebounds per game. Thanks for the 12 people tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Baylor developed a reputation for being the league's most exciting, dynamic performer because his moves that he did made him virtually unstoppable on offense. The mid-range jumper that he had, the post-up moves that he had, let defenders talking to themselves. He's only 6'5", 225-pound power forward. His great physical strength established his position down low. He had the spin moves. Again, the head fakes, also his ability to hang in the air, get off his shot. Before Michael Jordan was doing it, he was doing this. Baylor made up his mind to score. No one could stop him. He scored 64 points in the game against Boston at Minneapolis in 1959. He also scored 71 points against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden in 1960 on November 15th. Also, he grabbed 25 rebounds. So this guy was a dynamic scorer. Speaks for itself what he did. And then here comes Jerry West. Jerry West comes in, does his thing, has 17.6 points a game, 7.7 rebounds a game, 4.2 assists per game as a rookie. Exceptional jump shot. He scored most of his shots, majority of his points from the outside, with his quick release, long arms, leaping ability. Difficult for his defenders to block his shot. Very quick. He was able to drive to the basket, score inside, create open shot opportunities for his teammates. Tommy Heinsohn once said about versatility of Jerry West. Thanks for hitting the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You couldn't play a small guy against him because he shoot over. You couldn't play a big guy against him to try to take him away the jump shot because he'd go around with him with his speed. So the next 4 seasons, as West blossomed into his second year in the league, he joined Baylor among the NBA's elite. Like the next 4 seasons, Elgin Baylor averaged 38.3 points per game, 18.6 rebounds a game, 4.6 assists a game. Jerry West averaged 30.8 points per game, 7.9 rebounds a game, 5.4 assists a game. The following season, 62-63, Baylor averaged 34 points a game. Baylor averaged 27.1 points per game as far as rebounds. Elgin Baylor averaged 14.3 Points per game. Rebounds a game. 7 rebounds a game for West. Assists. 4.8 assists. 4.6 assists. 63, 64. 25.4 points per game. 12 rebounds a game for Baylor. 28.7 points per game. 6 rebounds for West. 4.4 assists per game. 5.6 assists a game. 64, 65. 27.1 points per game. 31 points for West. 12.8 rebounds a game. 6 rebounds a game. 3.8 assists. 4.9 assists. Thanks for the 2 people. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Both these men were named to the All-NBA first team all 4 years. Now, Bell only appeared in 48 games in 61-62, but he still posted the second highest scoring average in the league, averaging 38.3 points a game. West averaged 30.8 points a game. So these guys just know dynamic in their scoring ability, being that quality of scores that they were. But like I said, despite all that, they wasn't able to win as many championships as they should have won. They didn't win any. Jay West didn't win a championship until thanks for 3 people hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel. Till Russell left. He won his first championship in 1972. So he didn't win championships when he was playing with Baylor. They made it to the finals, but they didn't win championships, fortunately. And talk about from 1966 to 1970, they were just as prolific. Baylor averaged 26.6 points per game. 1966, 1967, Jerry West averaged 28.7 points per game. 12.8 rebounds a game, 3.1 assists a game for Baylor during that same season, 5.9 rebounds a game, and 6.8 assists a game for West. Baylor averaged 26 points per game. West averaged 26.3 points a game, 12.2 rebounds a game, 5.8 rebounds a game, 4.6 assists, 6.1 assists. 68-69 season, Baylor averaged 24.8 points per game, 25.9 points per game for West, 10.6 rebounds a game, 4.3 rebounds a game, 5.4 assists a game, 6.9 assists a game. 1969, 1970, Baylor 24 points a game, West 31.2 a game, 31.2 points per game. Was rebounds, 10.4 rebounds a game, 4.6 rebounds a game, 5.4 assists a game, and 7.5 assists by Jerry West. So Baylor was among the leaders in scoring each of the first 3 seasons. Again, these guys are just great at scoring. But again, they didn't win championships together, despite going to the finals many times that they did. They went to the finals 7 times, but they didn't win 7 NBA Finals appearances. I don't think Baylor was on that 71-72 team. Then he had retired. Yeah, he left 1971 Baylor. West remained with the Blazers from 1973-74 season. So again, when you look at these 2 guys, what they did, 10 full seasons as teammates, Baylor and West, Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, they combined 14 All-NBA first-team selections, 2 selections to the second team. Both men earned a spot in the first team in the same season on 5 occasions. They combined for 11 top 5 finishes in the league MVP voting. A total of 19 All-Star game appearances as teammates. Both men averaged more than 25 points per game in the same season 6 times. They both finished in the league's top 5 in scoring 3 times. During their times together, Baylor and West combined for a total of 12 top 5 finishes in scoring, leading the league once, finishing second 6 other times. One or the other compiled a scoring average in excess of 30 points per game, a total of 7 times. Baylor finished in the top 5 and rebounded 3 times as West's teammate. So while the Laker guard placed in the league's top 5 in assists 4 times while playing alongside Baylor, the 2 men combined to average more than 60 points per game in 2 seasons, totaling more than 50 points per game for contests between them 7 other times. They also combined to average more than 25 rebounds, 12 assists per game, 2 times each. Again, despite them clearing in the final 7 times, Baylor and West, they failed to win the championship. That's the bad thing about this duo. All right, so that's it, man. I'm done. Tomorrow being chapter 39, Karl Malone and John Stockton be on the docket. So continue on these dynamic duos in basketball history. Most dynamic duos in sports history: basketball, baseball, football, hockey. I'm doing the basketball duos. Thanks for 3 people hitting the like button. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel. So be back at 1 o'clock for the continuation of the top 100 underrated R&B songs. So then, talk to you soon.